queens forever, snow bunnies never. I said black queens forever, snow bunnies never. I said black queens forever, snow bunnies.
Oh no, we're not having that. And I'm telling you right now, you cannot come to the National Black Revolutionary Political Convention. You cannot come to the National Black Revolutionary Political Convention if you got a snow bunny on your arm. I'm talking to black men and black women. This is a National Black Revolutionary Political Convention. This is a National Black Revolutionary Political Convention. And if you dating somebody outside the race, you are not invited. You are not coming in there and your ass go home to a white woman. You are not coming in there and your ass go home to an Asian. You are not coming in there and you go home to a Mexican or an Arab or anybody else. If you are not black, and if your mate ain't black, you're not coming to my convention.
But every community needs to.
What's a snow bunny?
Snow bunny is a white woman.
Why should black men stay away from snow bunnies?
Okay. I've had just about enough of Dr. Umar and his antiquated, draconian 1874 revolutionary bullshit. Black on black only, no more snow bunnies, snow bunny this, snow bunny that, black queens. Cool. I'm with that. If that's the type of ideology that you want to believe in, then I'm okay with that, right? Here's my problem with that. I believe that a black man will never be understood by anybody other than a black woman. I believe that. But that's your personal conviction that you have to settle with in your mind when you decide to lay down with said snow bunny. But here's the part that we're not talking about. I don't want to get too deep into this because it's not the end of the world and it's not deep enough to require more than 10 minutes of thought, but I'm going to give it like 3, maybe 4. Do you see the alternative out there? I'm going to tell y'all something that's really, in my opinion, poisoning the black pool of good men, of good black men. Have y'all seen these 20v1s? Something told me to sit down and watch it because it comes across my Facebook feed all the time. And I watched it and I was embarrassed as a black man. So for those that don't know, I'll make it short and sweet. So somebody came up with the idea for a show where 20 women stand in a line, even though it ain't always 20 women stand in a line with balloons in their hands. And the premise of this is for them to see if they would like to date the black man that's waiting in the wings, so to speak, and behind the curtain. I've seen multiple variations of this where they only stare at the guy's shoes. So when the gentleman comes from behind the curtain, they have to look at him and talk with him and whatever. And then if they like him, they hold their balloon. But if they don't like what they see, they pop their balloon with a little pin. You would think that the amount of women and good men that are out there would be sufficient for half the population that is on this show. I have seen certain episodes where as soon as the guy comes out, they pop the balloon almost instantly. And the reasons that they do, oh my God, here's the other kicker to this show. When you pop the balloon, the person that has the mic walks up to one of the women and asks them, well, why'd you pop your balloon? And then she gives her analysis on her reasons for popping, and then gives some weird ass analysis of the gentleman before he even opens his mouth. Literally, he walks on stage, these women see him, they're popping balloons instantly before he takes 2 steps out into the open. Or onto the stage, rather. And I've seen videos where the women are popping their balloons because of the guy's shoes. I saw one where they popped their balloon because of the socks he had on. Now, mind you, hair done, I've seen guys with some beautiful dreads. I've seen guys with great looking dreads and hairstyles and whatnot. And these women are popping their balloons, and I'm talking about these guys is trimmed, button-down shirt. Some of them come out in a suit, but because their pants hem is just a little too high, women are popping their balloons, saying that it's just a little too. I don't know. I don't like that. That won't work for me. All the way up to, oh, you make too much money, I can't date you. Yeah, I've heard that too. Or, nah, I don't think you make enough. Oh, I'm a bus driver in Chicago. Oh, you don't make enough for me. I can't deal with you. You might get killed. And I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? What? As a black man that grew up in the 80s and 90s into adulthood, I remember a time where women was chasing down dudes with their pants sagging off their ass. I mean, women chasing these dudes out here during a time where, remember when they had the long white tees? When white tees was in? When them white tees was in, girls was running after that shit like hotcakes. For the boys that would be walking around in the mall, they'd all be matching in all white, drag on the ground white tees, looking like ghosts with feet. But now we're in a generation where black men have stepped up their game. I mean, I see brothers out here that came from the grungiest of the grungy neighborhoods, Philly being one of them. And you couldn't tell these dudes was ever in the ghetto. You couldn't tell they grew up in the ghetto. And I mean, they're talking, prime example. I mean, I look at now, but I clean up pretty nice. And the way that I'm articulating these thoughts right now, the way that I'm speaking and slowing my words and speaking with intent and relaying my point and putting emphasis into my thought and speech, some people wouldn't think I'm from Philly because I don't talk like average Philly dudes. I use John, but I don't use an overly slang tone in my speech when I talk, because I want to portray a level of professionalism and intelligence by doing it, right? You got brothers out here who are like me and dress better than me, and I'm talking these dudes is wearing suits down to the nines all the time. You got brothers that are going on these shows and absolutely being disrespected by black women. Yeah, this 20v1 thing has a lot of black women on it, and I mean, these sisters look everything from busted and disgusted to supermodels. And the bad part about this show is that every episode, these women are popping these balloons and giving the dumbest reasons why they're popping them. And as an average black man that may not have the same money, and I mean, these dudes is like in investment firms and lawyers and doctors and statisticians and scientists and stuff. And these women out here popping these balloons based on this dude's looks, or because their view of happiness doesn't mean this man can give it to them. And I'm sitting there looking at this thing like, as the average black man, do I got a shot? Like, damn. Some of these women, you actually think, okay, I might, if I ran into her on the street, I feel like I could hold a conversation enough with her where she might want to date me. I'm looking at these women and I'm like, white just might be right here. So all this snow bunny business and all this, we need to keep it black and all that. If you're a black man watching these dumbass dating shows where these women is disrespecting black men, what make you think you got a shot against these shallow women that you see up here all the time?
With that being said, let's bring out our first single guy. Hello, welcome in. What's your name?
My name is David.
David, how old are you?
I'm 36.
And what do you do?
I'm a limousine chauffeur.
You're a what?
I'm a chauffeur.
A chauffeur. Okay, nice.